Hi, guys. Thank you so much for listening to the Gig Economy podcast. First up, Irvine's Auto Repair Grand Rapids Hybrid, studio sponsor of the Gig Economy podcast. You can call them at 532-6600 or schedule your service online at irvines.com. From oil changes to major engine repair, they do it all. Megan and Jamie are in the office along with Bruce and then Eric, and I can't remember who else in the back as a mechanic, but they are the experts in hybrid and electric vehicles. So if you have one of those, you can take them there too. Schedule online, irvines.com, or call them at 532-6600. Thank you, Irvines, for supporting the Gig Economy podcast. Second, Womply. What the hell is Womply? Womply is a service to help you apply for the PPP loan. Now, thankfully, it's been extended to May 31st, so there's plenty of time, but the money is limited on when it runs out, it runs out. So if you have more detailed questions about Womply, please message us. You can email us team@gigeconomy-podcast.com or Facebook messaging. That's probably the quickest, but Womply is basically what they do is help you apply for the PPP loan, upload your documents, everything. They tell you what you're going to get. They are third party. It doesn't cost you anything to use it. So find our link in the description. Click on that. You can apply for the money, and it is a loan, but most of them are becoming forgivable. I would do it. We talked about it a lot on the podcast today, not just the ad part of it, but we talked about it. I think it's worth it. The money's there. It's just going to go away if no one uses it. So, again, if you have any deeper questions or you want to get a little bit more detailed, Facebook message us and we'll try to help. The last sponsor is us, patreon.com. Search the Gig Economy podcast. We would love you to support us on Patreon. Extra podcast a month, before show banter, those kind of things. I think I forgot last time, so I apologize for that. And this time I hit the button with 1 minute to go before the show, so that was a problem too. So sorry about that. But normally, before show banter, a piece of merch from the Gig Economy podcast and an extra podcast could be Jesper and I talking about stuff. We actually, this last month in March, we talked about the PPP loan and things around it. Typically, we have an interview for maybe an upcoming app or a new company or whatnot. But patreon.com/gig economy podcast. No, strike that. Patreon.com. Search the Gig Economy podcast. They don't let you, it's a certain amount of characters. So it's like gig, I think it's patreon.com/gig econ pod. Something like that. I don't know. You'll be able to find us. And last but not least, we are having the Gig Economy pick again. Third year in a row. It is September 11th, 2021, from noon to 4 at Riverside Park. We'd love to have everyone that listens to the podcast come. Obviously, I know that's not going to happen, but things are opening up more. That's a little less worrisome about COVID, and we'd love to have you. 12 to 4 on September 11th and Riverside Park in Grand Rapids. Food, fun, all that. I'm sure there'd be giveaways, all that fun stuff. We'd love to have you join us. All right, enjoy the show. Hi, guys. Welcome to the Gig Economy podcast. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We are in studio. I'm always in studio, but our main man, Jesper, is finally back.
I'm not the main man.
You are the main man.
Thank you.
Any feedback we get, everyone says they love Jesper and not me. So, I mean,
it can't be right.
You just got to take the compliment
there
when you
go.
get it.
Thank you.
This studio is sponsored by Irvine's Auto Repair and Grand Rapids Hybrid. We'll talk about them a little earlier, but if you need your car repair, check out Irvine's.
Later. Earlier was before.
A little bit later. Did I say it?
A little bit earlier.
Did I? It's amazing if I can actually get the intro.
We are a little bit out of what's it called? Not
sync?
Out of tune. No
rhythm.
Yeah, something.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we have been in here.
Yeah. Being on this camera and not being just in front of it, I actually have to make sure I don't stick my hands down my pants and scratch something when I'm recording because it's from the waist down. So
there you go.
That's
people
good.
can see you now.
Yeah, I know. Usually it's just the face for a long time.
He had to put the pee bottle back in the car. It's crazy.
Yes. Anyways, guys, if you could share the stream on Twitter, retweet it with a snarky comment, or share it on Facebook. Thanks, Larry. Have a good night. We would really, really appreciate it. Also, please, if you're an audio listener to this podcast, if you can rate and review, we would really appreciate that as well. Anything at gig economy related, you can go to gigeconomy-podcast.com, or in the description, there's a Linktree link, and that has everything on it, where to download our Patreon and all those kind of things. So just want to also mention the picnic on September 11th from noon to 4 at Riverside Park. I haven't yet to create an event, and I will do that. But put that on your calendar, noon to 4, especially John and anyone outside the market. Larry, we would love to see you. Maybe Keith from Georgia, one of our Patreon members. That would be great,
and if it's anybody who don't know about us or we don't know by name, please feel free to show up. It's free food. It's a good companionship. It's a lot of fun. Last year we live streamed for the event. We'll probably do that again. Then
we'll see. That was a lot. That was a lot of work to get all that out of there.
But it was fun to do, and we had some fun. So
it was an experience. I would love to do a live show of like people. Like, I think I'd like to do this in a live format, but not be like tending to a grill or that thing where people could sit down and we could talk to them and stuff like that. But that would be really fun too. Tom, of course, Tom from Chicago. I forgot about him. Sorry, Tom. Of course, I want people to join the Telegram link. It's in the description.
Yep.
Our numbers are dropping because if you don't use it for a year, it just deletes your account, which is very odd for Telegram. But I know there's not a lot of gig work going on right now. Well, it's increasing.
It's increasing again.
It's increasing.
Yep. It's kind of funny. I haven't touched my Uber ad in a long time, and now apparently I'm going through the background check horror.
Yeah.
So we'll see how long time it goes before I get approved.
Yeah. But it's been 2 weeks, right?
Well, since I reapplied for the background check, yes. So.
Keith said September is too late for him. July or August would be better. August didn't work out for us. Jesper's got something going on, and I got a couple things going on, and the kids start school, and it's just
vacation and Danish festival for me in August.
Yeah.
So, yep.
Yeah, and July's is too damn hot, Keith. He's probably like, "Oh, I'm from Georgia. It's not that hot in Michigan, but
it'll be fine, Keith. Just come."
Well, I wonder why September's too late for him. He's not a teacher, is he?
No idea.
I don't know either. Interesting. And of course, our pals at Rideshare Rodeo, which I just realized I asked him what he was going to be talking about this week, and I didn't write it down like a terrible friend. So Steve from Rideshare Rodeo is very interesting. He's very serious on his podcast. Like, he talks about some deep stuff. We look at pictures and we laugh and have fun. When we talk about some stuff too, but he gets down to the college. I read what Keith's comment was.
Keith, you can work out of Grand Rapids, man. You can have internet here.
I see that. I work for a college football website. Like, I see the word website. You can work anywhere.
Hey, I just worked 2 weeks full time in Denmark.
Yeah. Anyways, so what Steve is going to be talking about this week in Europe is about problems heading this way. Facial recognition failures from Uber causing deactivations. Now that the Supreme Court London ruled drivers, workers, they are not to be paid for all times that they have the app on, not just when the passenger in the car. And let's see, number 3, Uber EU is direct contacting every driver of 70,000 to see what they want to be. Very strange method of handling for Uber based on previous rulings ignored. I don't know. That got a little sketchy at the end, but check out Steve's podcast, Rideshare Rodeo. He always promotes us too. So you're going to get more of the nuts and bolts on his show with the people he interviews. You know, you might get some dick jokes on this show. We're an infotainment company, so
we like to have fun.
And we like to have fun. Not that he doesn't have fun.
We like to share with all. I mean, we share the stories and all that stuff as well. But yes,
we like to show funny pictures too.
There you go,
and talk about them. Stories from the last podcast. So y'all, this is my story. My last day of gig work was 2 weeks ago, and I have not filled up my tank until today. I went 2 weeks on one tank of gas. I'm like, isn't that crazy? And normally I was filling up every other day.
Yep.
And so that is my story from the road. I saved about $200 in gas in the last 2 weeks. So,
well, my story for the road, from the road, I guess, is I'm still trying to get approved with Uber.
Yep.
Not approved because I am a driver, right? But I'm trying to get my background check pushed through because I need to go back out and do some food delivery, I guess. It's just I want to get back out. I want to do a little bit of I'm missing that hustle.
Yeah.
And so I'm hoping to go out at least once a week. So
I mentioned earlier before pre-show how I didn't think I was going to take the drunks anymore, and you asked why, and I didn't answer you because I had to go to the bathroom. But I do remember it now. It's just I miss the camaraderie. If there ain't going to be any of my friends out till 2 a.m, I don't know if I want to be out there.
That's true. But yes, but that was also always what kept me out there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And it'll come back. It'll come back at some shape or form, I think. And when we talk about the camaraderie, guys, then we're talking about all the people talking together on Telegram.
Yeah.
Which is not going to be the same, but it'll be a new group of people. There'll be some of the old group, of course, but then there might be some new ones once everything kind of starts coming back, which, I mean, who knows, right? But my assumption at this point is that at some point in the fourth quarter of the year, I think things are going to start coming back. Not to normal.
Yeah.
Yet, but I think it'll be back at some point. I'm hoping I will be driving passengers sometime this year.
Okay, that's a good thought. I think when you're doing food delivery, though, you'll have better engagement on Telegram during the day, actually, than you would at night.
But see, my favorite thing was always driving passengers.
Yeah,
it was what did it for me. It was my therapy. I was talking to people. I love talking to people, and just making sure people got home safe. That was part of why I did it.
Yeah. That is nice. I often wonder with the pandemic and people still partying, like people and there's still like there's not a lot of drivers out there if they are driving home drunk because they can't get an Uber. I mean, it's different now. It's starting to pick up a little bit, but I'd be interested to talk to somebody in this market, if you are, or doesn't have to be GR market, somebody that's actually driven through the entire pandemic. I'd be interested in interviewing them as far as like what they've seen has changed and, you know, the people's attitudes and stuff like that. But we got a full show of people driving and those kind of things. Yeah,
and a lot of accidents, a lot of bad stuff happening to drivers.
Right.
So we'll get back to that.
Yep. All right, before we move on, Irvine's Auto Repair in Grand Rapids Hybrid is the studio sponsor of the Gig Economy podcast. Of course, you can call them at 532-6600, but you also can schedule online for all you introverts that don't want to talk to a human being. You can actually schedule online. Now, once you schedule online and you drop your car off, they are going to call you, but they'll also send you an email that has everything that you need repaired. You can decline it. You can accept it. They always send you everything. So you look at it and you're like, sweet Jesus, this is going to cost me $10,000, but you don't fix it all. I mean, who does that? I can't believe anyone ever fixes everything. But if you go to irvines.com or call them at 532-6600, they are off of 44th Street, just east of 131 on Stafford. Amazing Google reviews, amazing family, woman, veteran-owned company. I mean, you can't go wrong with Irvine's Auto Repair in Grand Rapids Hybrid.
And I will take my car in soon. Sorry.
Yeah. I feel like you're going to start driving food delivery and the shit's just going to start falling apart. Because like you're like one day a week, drive to the bank or maybe get some fast food and then you'd park that thing. Have you still had to put the tender on it? Remember you bought that tender?
No.
You're driving it enough now?
Well, not just that. It's just it's not cold anymore.
That's true.
So my battery is fine now.
Interesting.
But yeah, it definitely helped over the winter, the tenderizer. So
yeah, the tenderizer?
I think that's what they call it. Battery. No, maybe it was
battery tender
or whatever.
A tenderizer. That's what you do to your meat. Your brisket.
Whatever.
No, you don't tenderize brisket, do you? You're a meat cooker. I don't know. I don't cook any of that. I don't even cook on my own grill. My wife cooks the meat. I don't do anything.
You can't be the man if you don't cook the
I
meat.
am a man. I satisfy her, and then she cooks the meat. That's all that works.
Wow. That was fast we got that far.
Yeah, I know. What is it? 13 minutes in. Okay, so there's a couple of videos we're going to show tonight. This one is a little graphic. So meaning you see the person that passed away. This is tough. Those girls mess with this guy. And actually, I am going to...
I think a lot of people probably already saw this video. It went pretty live, but pretty what's it called?
Viral.
Pretty viral, yeah. But it's still pretty bad, and we felt like we needed to bring it up anyways.
Yeah. Hang on one second. I'm trying to put this in here. So I'm sharing the GoFundMe link for this guy, and if you have a few bucks to share, he's got a lot of money in the account. Not he's passed away, but his family. But we're going to watch a news video on... Actually, all our videos tonight are from Dustin. Dustin is driving, so shout out to Dustin. Thanks for putting together the good content. We're using it. Doesn't matter. You get plays, so don't be bitching. All right.
Holy smackovich!
Mohammed Anwar's family said the 66-year-old Springfield resident was a hard-working Pakistani immigrant who chose happiness every day while working to build a better life for his family. They say the loss felt by his death is immeasurable. A GoFundMe page has already raised more than $50,000 in support of his family and funeral. The 15-year-old girl charged with his murder appeared in court Wednesday afternoon. Prosecutors say Anwar encountered the girls as he was making deliveries for Uber Eats. They say he was outside his Honda Accord when the girls tried to steal it. A detective said Anwar became wedged between the driver's seat and a car door as the teens, who were inside the Honda, sped off. The court said a video showed Anwar was hanging from a car as it sped down Van Street Southeast. The car hit something along the way, causing the door to swing back and hit Anwar. Prosecutors say Anwar was then thrown into the air as the car turned right onto Inch Street Southeast. Moments later, the car crashed. Anwar would later succumb to his injuries. Just last month, MPD Chief Robert Conti said delivery drivers for companies like Uber Eats had increasingly become targets for carjackers, and that Navy Yard was a hotspot for such crime. MPD says carjackings have actually tripled in amount compared to this time last year, and that 23 juveniles have been arrested in those crimes. Now, those girls will remain detained until their next hearing on the 31st. The judge said they're a potential threat to others. MPD even claimed they used a taser on Anwar during the incident.
She's stealing their car.
Oops. Okay. So Janet says she can't hear the sound. Almost audio is really low on the video. Almost can't.
Yeah, Keith said it's very low as well.
It's super loud on our end.
Yep.
I wonder what's going on. Well, I don't know. Let me get back to where we were.
She's stealing their car.
You stealing the car?
Yeah, we called the cop. Call the cops. Go. It's recalled. It's recalled. It's recalled. It's recalled. They stole the car. These girls stole the car. Oh my God! Hey, come out! They stole the car. They stole the car. These girls. Whoa. That's it.
Yeah, the National Guard guys were there.
Oh, so crazy.
Yeah, that's rough.
That's crazy.
One of the things that I always bring up, I always try to look at different avenues in these kind of situations. I hate that people record. Like they
probably think it's gonna help.
Yeah, I like that it's documented, but it just really bothers me because, he could have stopped those girls. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't want him to jump in and him get hurt either. But then I often wonder,
But see, it takes a different. I mean, I can see you as being a person to interfere.
Yeah, I would.
And I like to hope that I would.
Yeah.
But I don't know that I trust myself 100% to know that I would.
Right, but I guess why I'm judging him a little is the videotaping. Like, I'm fine
Sure.
if you don't want to enter the situation, then just stand back. But then, like...
But maybe he's thinking that the videotaping is helping it, right? That's the problem.
Yeah.
I try to put myself in the driver's position, in the guy who was killed.
Okay.
And I hope, and I understand why he did it, right? Because it was his livelihood, it was his car.
Yeah.
I hope that I would not do that.
I think some people just get offended that someone would actually take their property.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what it
Right.
is. And they're like, but when you look at the big picture, like you said, you're like, it's just a car. I have insurance. Like, take the car, whatever, do what you want with it.
What exactly? Right.
It's not worth dying.
But either
over.
way, I understand if he's out there hustling, he's out there fighting. You know, we all know it's going to cost him $2,000 to $3,000 to get a new car, no matter what. Even if the insurance it's going to pay for some of it, right? Because you're going to be out some of it. You're not going to get the whole amount. All those things.
Yeah, deductible
and the trouble and all that stuff. It all sucks, right?
Yeah.
And as you said, that no, they shouldn't be able to get away with it. I get it. But I hope that if something were to happen to me or to my vehicle when I'm out there, I hope that I would not do that and just kind of stay away.
Just step back.
Yeah.
And just say, hey, fine, take it. Whatever.
Right.
It's just a car.
We'll figure out the rest.
But I wonder why carjackings are increasing. I know in Chicago, it's like tripled.
Well, it's probably because the drivers leave the cars running.
Carjacking, that's car stealing. Carjacking is someone's in the car and you walk up to them and say, "Get the hell out of the car." That's not like
so
stealing a car and carjacking.
So he was in the car when they came up to him.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I can see that.
They basically told him that he needed to drive over to I think this was in Washington, over the Nationals parking lot, the national baseball team, the Nationals.
Okay.
And then they were going to steal the car from there. They didn't want to do it right there, but he started fighting back. So that's where it all.
So they tased him and all that stuff.
Yeah. It just really puts up. We're talking about someone a little later too that had the same issue, got carjacked. I'm like, what is even going on with all this stuff? Like, why these kids 13 and 14 are out carjacking people? It's just like,
yeah,
I don't know. It's kind of scary. I mean, we get comfortable in our, I mean, that Washington, D.C. is a big city, Chicago, those kind of things. Not to say there's no crime here. I mean, it happens here too, but you do get comfortable. So I guess my only piece of advice is just be aware of your surroundings when you don't get comfortable.
Right.
Always look around when you're getting in your car and getting out and those kind of things. But
yeah,
I mean, there's really not much you can do if someone else decides to act.
No,
you can just have to be prepared. But I would recommend, like what Jesper said, don't protect your car. It's not worth it. It's not worth your life. Guy 60 years old, moved from Pakistan?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like trying to make a better life from him, and now he's dead.
Right.
Like over a car.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
It was,
so
horrible.
This is the next one. We'll watch this video. I don't know why the videos aren't. It's not muted, so I don't know. It's very strange.
Do you have the audio down on that player a little bit? No,
it's up. I don't know, but we'll try this one. So this is another one. This driver was shot and killed. Kind of the same thing. So,
yep.
New tonight, the city's carjacking crisis taking a chilling turn after a rideshare driver was murdered by his own passenger, leaving a little girl without a father and Chicago rideshare drivers living in fear. CBS 2's Charlie DeMar spoke with the victim's family.
We're all devastated. We are still pretty much processing this loss.
Javier Ramos was on the job earlier this week behind the wheel for a rideshare app.
He didn't come home. You took the life of a very loving person.
Ramos was carjacked by his passenger and shot in the head during the struggle. He was 46 and leaves behind a 9-year-old daughter, remembered by his cousin, Hortensia Ramos.
We believe that he fought to He fell back.
Ramos was found in the Lawndale neighborhood on the 3700 block of West Douglas. Police initially thought Ramos was the victim of a hit and run. The gunshot was found once he was at the hospital.
Someone just thought that the value of a vehicle or a wallet was more important than someone's life.
This really, really, really struck a note with the driver community.
Lenny Sanchez is a rideshare driver and organizer with the Independent Drivers Guild. He advocates for driver safety.
Javier is going to go down as a martyr in this fight, and he's probably not going to be the only one because the situation doesn't look like it's getting better.
I hope that whoever you are, you come forward, that you do the right thing.
Now, no arrests have been made. Chicago police say no surveillance video was available, at least not yet. As for Lenny Sanchez, the rideshare driver and advocate for other drivers, he says after this horrific shooting, he's done driving, at least for the time being, until things improve. We are live tonight. Charlie DeMar.
Yeah, I don't know why the audio is not going through, y'all. So, anyways, that was another shooting in Chicago.
Yep.
It's just kind of a...
Again, same issue, right? Same carjacking, and in this case, yeah, somebody pulled a gun on him, and it's crazy stuff.
Yeah. Yep. Again, just keep aware, keep of your surroundings. I'm not going to get into the old topic of you should carry or you shouldn't carry a weapon. I mean,
no, that's really not what this is about, right?
It's about protecting yourself.
It is.
But
I think the bigger issue is here, why are all the carjackings happening, and what can the police or anybody else...
The police ain't going to do shit. Like, it ain't a police job. You got to...
Well, we gotta somehow crack down on them, right? I mean...
Yeah, but what do you do? I mean, if you
know.
got a bunch of 16-year-old kids or 26-year-old guys running around... I don't know. I don't know the solution of it, but I just know it's some serious shit when people are losing their lives over a freaking car.
Right.
That's the frustrating part.
And again, so as just reiterate, if somebody pulls a gun on you, get out of the car.
If somebody, even those girls, I mean, he probably thought those young girls, I mean, they're 13 and 14. He's probably like, screw this. I can take these guys. It's driving me nuts why the videos aren't playing. It's absolutely nothing has actually changed.
Play the video.
All right. Next up, a TikTok. Driver farts in Lyft. I wonder if anyone ever had this happen, which I've had this happen, not the farting, but anyways, we'll play this.
So the other day I was taking a Lyft into work, and I typically don't talk to my Lyft drivers unless they really insist on having a conversation with me. So I had headphones in, and we were just listening to the radio in the background, and no words were being spoken. And then about 5 minutes into the ride, after complete silence, he just starts singing, belting. Bad Bunny came on the radio, and he was really into it. I mean, I thought it was weird, but I figured, maybe he's just an eccentric guy and he really likes singing super loud to the point that, he has almost forgotten that I'm back there. Then he starts farting, really loudly farting. I was like, all right, this guy definitely forgot that I'm in the car. So I kind of do one of these, kind of let him know, hey, I'm back here. And he gets dead silent. He went dead silent, got beet red, didn't talk to me for the rest of the ride. I still gave him 5 stars, though. He was a good singer.
So I've had that happen before where I forget, on longer rides, you forget that people are back there that are really quiet. But I've never started belting out a song and starting to fart. But gosh, that's hilarious. Have you had that happen before?
Again, yeah, I've certainly forgotten that you have people in the car, but no, I haven't. At least not that I know of.
Yeah.
I mean, I've obviously farted in the car when there was no passengers in the car.
Well, yeah. That's the worst, when you shit your pants and you're like, oh my God, that was way too... you think it's not going to be bad. You're 1 minute, Anyways, why did you fart so close to picking up a passenger? You're like 1 minute away and you're like, oh yeah, I got this. It's fine. And then you're like, oh dear God, something died in my insides. I need to drive around the block like I'm lost. Like,
but that's a good thing you have, all 4 buttons in the driver's side. You just roll all 4 windows down.
Dude, immediately and turn the air on and cycle that shit as quick as you can and then pick your passenger up. See, those are the stories I'm missing from the road. Like when you're by yourself and you're delivering food and you poop your pants, I mean, it's fine. Well, not literally poop your pants. You know what I mean. Anyways.
I do I?
Yeah. Okay, Jesper, you're up. Doordash driver. We got a lot of Doordash.
Doordash driver.
Demanded sex from a customer.
Oh, yeah. It's another fun one.
A doozy.
I gotta find the article.
Hey, Fernando. Thanks for joining us, by the way. I haven't seen your name before. You may have been in here before, but I appreciate it.
Thanks. You can't remember Fernando? I can Fernando.
Sounds familiar, but
I don't know. So, DoorDash driver demanded sex from customers, but threatened to cancel the order. So basically, what happened here is a DoorDash driver accepted a delivery that was pretty far, and so basically he goes and he says, where is it here? So the article goes, I can't believe this happened. The woman wrote on Facebook, I feel incredibly unsafe because now this sick individual has both my phone number and my address. And the question is, yes, he has the address, but does he have the phone number? I don't know. So,
no, it's masked.
Exactly, right. So DoorDash offered me this delivery. So this is the driver going. He goes, DoorDash offered me this delivery when I was 10 miles away, meaning there is not many drivers out. So I'll make you a deal. Help me out sexually and I'll deliver the food. If not, I'm going to have to cancel.
I've tried that with my wife and it don't work either.
The woman claimed that she reached out to DoorDash customer service who only said, oh, he must have been tired.
I know. Like, I need to see a screenshot that,
I know.
Like, unless you talk to him on the phone, like, you should definitely record all your audio from.
Exactly. And so here comes the most crazy thing. That the whole article, he goes, only seemingly after the messages went viral online did DoorDash deactivate the driver. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but certainly they should have deactivated the driver right up front. I mean, right away. I mean, they can see the text messages.
Well, yeah.
I mean
that's true. Yeah,
it should have been a completely.
Yeah, tip for y'all: if you're texting inside the app, they're gonna. No, I bet they can't see them if they're text.
But how can they text inside the app if it's masked?
That's true, because it does say, like, when you text, at least with DoorDash, when you text, it does go outside the app, but it says you're now talking to a DoorDash driver. So I think it does monitor, but Uber's actually inside the app. But yeah, they're monitoring that stuff. But I don't like that you kind of said, like, deactivate them right away, unless they can prove it, because, like, deactivations happen willy-nilly. What if this lady's lying?
No, I know, but I'm saying they should be able to.
They should be
to pull the text message, right?
Yeah,
and it should have been a very easy thing to just say, "Oh, he texted that. He's a dumbass. Let's get him off the platform," right?
Yeah.
I mean, because he's the kind of driver who makes everybody else looks bad.
Yeah, yeah. I want to give a shout out to Brian from Wisconsin. I think that's our first.
Wisconsinite?
At least
is that what they're called?
Wisconsinite, a Wisconsinese for cheese. Cheesehead.
Brian, what's it called if you're from Wisconsin?
A hillbilly?
Hey. You can't be.
I'm just kidding, Brian.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry, Brian. Jason doesn't know what he's doing.
I know. I got thrown off my game, so I'm calling people names.
Yeah, not a good thing to do. Not a good thing to do.
So just a tip from the Gig Economy Podcast: don't offer sex as a tip, or
don't
ask
request sex for deliveries.
Yes, unless it's your significant other, and that's between you and her, or you and him, or whatever. So
there you go.
Okay, so this next video, what did Brian say? A Scone? Scone? Interesting.
Scone, yeah.
But it is the cheese capital of the world. Okay, speaking of cheese, this is about pizza. Like that segue.
I know.
Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you.
Very good.
This is another video, and now that we can hear the videos, I'm not sure. I'm actually Surprised I figured that out on the fly. I'm actually pretty impressed. Brian says, don't insult me.
Yeah. Jason will insult anybody, so don't.
That's true.
It's not that you're special, Brian. I'm sorry.
Brian, I'd insult your grandmother too. Okay, so this guy, I'm just going to watch. You just got to watch the video, and then we'll talk about it. Dustin again.
Thanks, Dustin.
Holy smackovich.
The 3-second rule only applies when it's your food. That's what
it's your food.
When it's your food.
Now this guy right here thought he was going to be slick enough to drop someone else's food on camera as he looks at the camera and get away with it. I wonder what his thought process was. He was like, man, this thing's hot. It's heavy. What can I put this on? Oh, here we go. Let's use this box. Yeah, I'm helping him out. Give putting your stuff in front
For
of him.
fuck's sake.
Oh, what the? No, that did not just happen. Oh, man. All right. No, I got to get paid. I can fix this.
Oh,
I can
sweet
fix
Jesus.
This. Come on. It's just like operation. It didn't fall apart. Put this baby in there like Jenga. Jenga. Stay together for me. Come on. I can do this. Don't worry about the little white stuff. This is some extra cheese. Ain't going to notice that. It's okay. All right. Move this over here. Shift this to the left.
Nice, Dustin.
Move this
I love
over
it.
to the right. All right, it'll be okay. Come on, stay together.
Holy cow, he spent a lot of time on this pizza.
Well, he's got to make it right,
I mean, we're talking
All right,
like...
that looks perfect. All right, let me put this food
You got the
up
crazy
here.
bread.
Hurry up now. Oh,
napkins.
Man, I know I shouldn't have done that. All right, it'll be okay. No one's going to notice. I ain't going to say nothing. They ain't going to say
it's
nothing.
plate.
Everything will be all right. What's in here? Oh, let me not forget his sauce to go with his extra cheese. Clean up my mess real quick. No evidence. And I'm out. Oh, man. Oh, they better give me a tip for that one. I mean, come on now. Some people are just crazy.
So he apparently never heard about Ring Cam, right?
Well, so for the audio listeners, as you're as he's walking up, he has a pizza in like a pizza bag, but he's holding it up and down.
Right.
Like he's not holding it flat. As he pulls the pizza, as he pulls the box out, half the pizza slides out of the box onto the ground. He scoops all the pizza up and puts it back in the box, quote unquote, cleans it up, and then leaves. Oh, bless you. Thank goodness you have your vaccine.
I know.
By the way, I got my first vaccine shot today, too.
I'm fully vaccinated.
Yes.
Anyways.
So that guy's an idiot. He probably got deactivated, but it's like, I want to hear from people out there. I've never had a spill. I mean, I've probably done, I would say probably 1,000 deliveries between all the apps. And I mean, I'm not as good as Mike from Mike Delivers, but
I think what he did wrong that I really was surprised about is you need to assume that everybody has a camera.
Yes.
It's just everybody has a camera.
Yeah, they do. Keith says Walt from Breaking Bad handled pizza better than that guy.
I still remember the thing when he throws it onto the roof.
Okay, you have seen it. Like if you haven't
I've seen the clip, but
yeah, he throws this big ass pizza on the roof. It's super funny. Super funny. Brian wants to know if he's on unemployment, can you still drive for Uber? You can do whatever you want on your unemployment. I recommend make sure you're claiming all your earnings though.
Right.
Take it from a guy that's lived the layoff life for over 20 years. I do lawn fertilization, and then I would get laid off in the winter. I double dipped a couple times, and I got popped, and I had to pay it back. Right. So I actually, this whole season, I was on unemployment, even though I worked, and I filed every 2 weeks.
Right.
And I put my earnings in. They said, oh, by the way, you're not getting anything because you made too much. I was fine with that. The reason I got on unemployment is because what happens if my car got totaled? What happens if I break my leg?
Right.
At least I'm on unemployment. So from here on out, because it's such a pain in the ass if you don't, you got to open a new claim and everything. But Brian, yes, you can drive, but I recommend claiming your earnings.
So real quick question on that. If you're still getting the pandemic unemployment, is that affected by that?
Say that again. I missed it.
The pandemic unemployment. So the extra $300, is that affected by that?
Yes, it is. And in fact, they've actually stopped doing that now.
That's all gone?
I saw an article today. Okay. I did not read the article that said that you cannot, being COVID-19 cannot be a reason that you're unemployed right now.
Okay.
That's what it said. So anyways, but yeah. Yeah, definitely claim it. I mean, you can do what you want. I mean, I got away with it for a couple of years. That's when I was really broke. I don't do that anymore. Not that I'm not like have a ton of money, but I'm better off at 45 than I was at 25. So yeah, they will eventually catch you. They will start doing their books. But
thank you, Brian, for a good question.
Though. Yeah, that actually was a good question. So, speaking of money, advertise or a new sponsor. Womply. What a weird name. Womply.
Yeah, I don't even know what it means.
I feel like it's Australian. So Womply is a middleman for the PPP loan, which you should be applying for. It got extended. Okay, I need to update the slide because the program extends March 31st, which is today. But it got extended, I think, till May 31st. But once the money's gone, it's gone. If you use our link, go to... Is it Womply.com? This music
Womply.com/the gig economy or just gig economy.
Yep.
And we'll put it below in the
it's in the
text
description
as well. So yep.
It is in the description. But yeah, the money it's there for you to use. If you have any questions about it, feel free to message us. I did apply. I am waiting for my first draw to be funded. It takes it out of the 2019 or 2020 taxes.
I was going to say you're going to need your Schedule C.
Yep.
And they're very specific exactly about what it is that you need. And they even say don't give them too much.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people applying for it right now, and just give them exactly what they are looking for.
Yeah, and Womply is basically a third party between you and the bank and the government. It doesn't cost anything for Womply. I'm sure they get paid by the bank.
I don't know how that works.
They get paid somehow.
I just know that it's super easy.
It was super easy, 5 minutes. So the money's there, guys. You might as well take advantage of it. Now, there are a few stipulations to get it forgiven, but we're not going to give advice. But if you private message us, I definitely will talk to you about it.
And about that, remember that the forgiven part is not automatic.
It is not. You have to
apply for it.
But 99% of people are getting it forgiven. Right. And it's a little bit different this time because it's actually the gross amount for your Schedule C, so it's a lot more money. So
that you can get to borrow.
Yes,
I mean
if it's not forgiven, it's a 1% loan, which is
right. Still super low, still super helpful.
Yeah,
but yes,
if you really wanted and it didn't get forgiven, just take that money and invest it in the stock market. You're going to make more on that anyways, but. Than 1%.
You have to pay it back.
You do have to pay it back. Yeah. But most people are saying that it's getting forgiven. So, but do your own research. Like I said, you guys can message us and we'll definitely chat about it.
Again, remember PPP, Womply, Fastlane. No, Womply, PPP, Fastlane. Sorry about that.
Yep. Simple, fast, designed to help you get you the max amount of money. Did I hit it? Sweet. Okay. Yeah, Aaron, you were supposed to see your dad, but he bailed like a little bee. So you can tell him I said that. Okay.
That's a different story that you guys can hear more about if you join us on our Telegram.
Telegraph-gram? Is that what you said?
Oh, my God. Telegram chat. Come and talk to other people out there doing the hustle.
Yeah, Brian. Download the app. Download Telegram. If you go in the description, you can join and talk shit with us. Okay, Jesper, another TikTok.
I am again not following along.
It's right under the ad that says big red ad that says ad spot 2 Womply.
Yeah, I'm here. So are you gonna play the video? Just play the video.
All right. God, you're so mean.
This is about an Amazon driver.
To the guy I just delivered to, I seen your note that told me to hide your package from your children. Well, when I shook the box, it kind of sounded like small kid toys. So I'm just going to assume that your children are very, very small and that they would be too short to look up and to see the package. So I hid it up top for you by your light next to your door. I hope this helps.
So for the audio people, it's like wedged up between the light and the ceiling.
And the ceiling of the little canopy thing, whatever it is. Yeah.
I've been seeing a lot of Amazon drivers on TikTok, and I don't know how they're not getting like in trouble for that. I mean, that was a good video, but I've seen some people ripping on Amazon and stuff like that. But
I mean, we get Amazon packages a lot. You know? And my wife made a nice little sign. We have a mud room, and we put on the sign, please put them inside the mud room. And people do, and it's nice, and it's always very respectful deliveries, and it's super nice.
First of all, I'm going to go back to this story, but I have to interject. John just got off work. What are you talking about? You said you work third shift. You could have been on the show tonight. It's 9:47. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, I think you're afraid to come on the show. I think you're chicken. Chicken. Anyways, so technically, I don't have a chicken. I have this. There you go. So technically, with Amazon as a flex driver, you're actually not supposed to put packages inside the mudroom.
Yeah, I know.
And I don't know if it's different for the guys that are doing it like full time. But yeah, John, I'll bring you in right now. I'll bring you in right now. I'm gonna send you a link, and you can come in right now. Hold on. But yeah, I always do it though. If I saw a note like that, I would definitely do that. Hold on, I'm trying to find John. I don't want to send it to the entire group because then everyone will try. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. That little bitch. There we go.
Be nice.
He knows I am. Anyways. John's giving excuses. Oh man, you're missing the Telegram group. Like John is Larry's our grandfather in there. John's like his tag is motivation boss, but I don't know. I love John. He can be such a dick, but then he can be so loving too.
Everybody's just good guys. I mean,
yeah, and gals.
Guys and gals, yes. Good people. Lots of good people. We have people from all over the world. And it's just a lot of fun, and yes, it takes the loneliness out of being on the road hustling.
Yeah, it does. But anyways, in that Telegram group, John wrote, "I love Jason." In quotes, "We got a new sponsor, Womply. What a weird name."
Because that's what you said.
I know. I'm ripping on the sponsor because of their name. Oh, it's freaking hilarious. Well, I sent John the link. Let's see if he's going to be a B. All right, next up. Okay, this is another flex driver in a porch pirate situation, which I don't understand why people do this, but here we go.
Right.
There's no audio.
What do they think they're going to get out of it?
Yeah, she walks up, she takes the picture, and then she goes back and picks it up.
Because she wants to take it with her, but prove to the app she got it.
Yeah.
She delivered it.
Yeah, but what I don't understand is, we're watching it again and replaying it, but what I don't understand is like, hey, you're going to get caught.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess if someone didn't have a camera, you could get reported. Like, hey, but I've never gotten reported.
Everybody have a camera.
I know, but
get it.
She's stupid. But yeah, I don't know. The only thing, I always try to think the benefit of the doubt. The only thing I could think is maybe she was going to bring it to a side door or realize like, oh, maybe it said the side door, so she took the picture. Yes, was like, no, she stole it.
Of course she stole it.
But what, would you be willing to lose your job? What if there's Depend underwear in there for like throw away, just some stupid shit?
Yeah.
You don't know what's in there.
No.
I mean, is it worth losing your flex job for a pair of underwear?
Apparently it was. Because I'm sure she lost her job.
Yeah, I'm sure she did too. But people are idiots.
Well, that's the thing. People are idiots, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, yeah.
Why does that always come up on the show? Well, two things. One, people are idiots.
Right. Exactly.
That's a theme. And the camera thing. We always bring it up. Like, everyone has. But do you have a camera?
No, I don't. I don't. I should have one.
Yeah, you should. You said everyone has a camera. I have one.
I'm too cheap.
They're not that expensive.
No, I know.
Those little that off-brand YZ or WY. Ben's got a bunch of them.
They're not off-brand. It's a brand new company. Come out. Actually, I was
not off-brand. You're right, but they're cheap.
Right. I actually it was very interesting. I saw the other day. It's a YouTuber that I follow. It's his company. Wise. It's very interesting actually. You should look the story up. WYCE.
Okay.
And yeah, he set out to make they wanted to make a really good quality, low cost camera. That was what they set out to do. So
it's super cheap. They actually, sorry, I'm messaging John. He said he spilled ginger ale on his crotch. And he says he's taking a shower. So I said, turn it on while you're in the shower.
It's not that kind of show. I've told you many times it's not that kind of show.
They're coming out with a security system too.
Right.
Like Simply Safe. That's what we have. But a lot of those companies are doing that. But
I'm sure within the years out, I will have at least one camera by my doors. It's just.
I don't think I'm trusting this company to run my security, though. I don't know. When stuff's just so cheap like that, it always makes me wonder.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
Sam says, "Hey, Hoss." Is that saying we're fat? Is that what that means?
No, that's Hawks.
Hogs?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Hogs. Yeah, maybe that's what she meant.
But I am fat.
Yeah, me too. So. All right, you're up. Pee bottles.
Pee bottles. So where's the article? Hang on. Jason gave me all the articles, and he took all the videos.
Of course,
he didn't want to read stuff.
I mean, you can set the show up.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe I'll do that next time. I'm trying to find the article. I'm sorry, guys.
Excuse me.
Hang on one second.
Oh, Sam was calling me a hoe.
Oh, yeah, hoes.
I don't even message Sam right now because she's shit deep in taxes. Like, she's like a ghost right now.
Yeah, I know. So the article goes, it's from The Intercept. Documents show that Amazon is aware that drivers pee in bottles and even defecate en route, despite company
such a weird word.
denial. So obviously, it all started from a couple of tweets. And starts by saying that Republican Mark Pocan saying that paying workers $15 an hour doesn't make you a progressive workplace when you union bust and make workers urinate in water bottles. And to that, Amazon replies, "You don't really believe the peeing in bottles thing, do you? If that were true, nobody would work for us. The truth is that we have over 1 million incredibly employees around the world who are proud of what they do and have great wages and healthcare from day one." And so the problem is Amazon obviously went out and replied with that, and a bunch of people is not agreeing with that at all. Basically the talk around the what's it called? The water cooler, I guess. Yeah. Is that Amazon is really driving such a hard deal for the drivers and for everybody who works there, that even though everybody has half an hour worth of paid lunch every day, a break, you can't. There's no time to deliver all the packages as you're supposed to, and also take breaks. There's just no way.
Yeah, and honestly, like peeing in the bottle, I guarantee every male driver pees in a bottle.
Right.
That works for Amazon.
Right.
There's no way, or opens the door crack and pees on the ground. They're doing something like that, because there's no way. I don't know how a woman driver does it, honestly.
So the article goes on to saying, obviously, that a lot of the companies who share the vehicles, they have like almost procedures saying, remember to remove your pee bottle.
Exactly.
I mean, even though that it's also procedures saying don't use pee bottles.
I know. I mean, it's the reality. It's a human function. I mean, it's not, it's not like, I mean, pooping, that's a little extreme. Like I've never, I can't say I've never done that in the field, but like one time out of like 20 years.
But not in a bag in your car.
No.
I mean,
well, not in my car. I worked for True Green.
This is going to be good.
This is going to be good. And they had these where they put our fertilizer was enclosed. You could actually stand in there and sit down if you had to do something. I definitely had to go in a fertilizer bag once. Number 2. I mean, like, I always keep a roll of toilet paper with me. I'm like, I'm not that much of a savage, but it only happened one time. But I pee in my bottle every day.
I went into the fertilizer. It's not like it wasn't a big deal.
Right, exactly. I just mixed it together. Sam's telling me
that's
gross.
Disgusting. Did you kill the lawn?
No, I didn't. Oh, Keith, you smart ass. He said the show has an opening for an audio engineer if you're interested. Yeah, see? His Rob from New Zealand says, my mountain guiding company carries poo pots for clients. Yes. It's just a natural thing. But the whole point of the article is Amazon works their drivers to the bone.
Right.
Here's a tip. UPS is always hiring. They make really good money. They're doing the same thing you are, and they're union, and they have all these amazing benefits. Seriously, you could go to UPS right now and get a job. So if you are an Amazon driver,
right,
go to UPS. They're hiring.
But so how is it with Flex? Flex is you are your own boss, right? So
you are, but I mean
So yeah, if you want to make more money, you got to do it faster.
Not
your hourly rate changes.
Well, technically, yes.
But you only get one route.
Yeah, that's the problem. So you get a 3-hour route and make $66. That's really the max for a 3-hour route. Then you're done, and then you're done for the day.
Or you can go out and do a hustle.
You can do other stuff, but my point is, if you're going to work for Amazon, not a flex worker, actual for Amazon, go work for UPS. I'm telling you, it's not that bad. They're not going to I mean, I guarantee Amazon, the regular Amazon drivers are delivering more packages than UPS right now. So yeah, I mean,
so Sam is saying sometimes you can get 2 routes in a day.
You can sometimes, but again, even if you're doing 2-3-hour routes, it's, 100 and I'm not doing the math. $132. Did I do it right? Yeah. Right.
No,
66 times 2.
132, yeah.
Yes. Sorry, but I don't know. I'm really thinking about doing the UPS program next fall for peak, because they pay $35 an hour plus mileage.
Right.
I mean, that's nuts.
But then you don't get to claim the mileage yourself.
You don't?
No, of course.
If you're getting paid for it,
you can't double dip.
Ooh, that's a good point. But you're making $35 an hour.
No, I understand.
And they take taxes out though. So you're like you're not a 1099. You are a W-2 for them, but you use your own car.
Right. But you're still making $35 an hour before taxes.
Before taxes. So
Yeah.
the write-off doesn't really matter because they're taking the money out. I mean, I guess it does matter. Interesting. I just don't want to work full time. Like, I definitely want to, thanks, Brian.
That is great, Jason. And yes, but is right.
Of course.
Sam, can you say that again?
See, I told you. Everyone loves you. No, my point is like, I want to do it, but I don't want to be committed to 5 days a week. I want to be like,
Sure.
Can I work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? But anyways, something to look into. And if you're an Amazon driver and you hate it, go work for UPS. Quit your bitching. Okay. What are we doing?
I think the last part of that article is what can be done to fix it. Right. That's the thing. And it's definitely not right that Amazon gets to behave like that because they're the big player.
I know. I'm so torn ethically with Amazon because I work for them. I order a ton of stuff, but I want if my stuff took one extra day because their employees got treated better, I would be happy with that. It actually really bothers me, like the warehouse, like
For me, it's not even. I mean, I compare it to buying it here locally. I would much rather spend my money locally.
Yes.
The problem I have is I'm not gonna spend double on it.
Well, it's not,
and it's not that I don't have it right away. I mean, I would much rather go over to Best Buy or to some other store or whatever and just buy it there. But I'm not gonna spend twice as much.
It's not twice. I mean, depending on what you're buying.
Of course.
But I totally agree. I've noticed Advance Auto Parts, this is a total digression, that they're actually doing same-day delivery now. If you order in the morning,
right,
and if it's a certain amount, they'll deliver it the same day. So I really like that. Like if I'm going to order any parts, I'm going to order through Advance because they're going to deliver it the same day. But yeah, I totally agree. I think these mom and pop companies have to compete. Either they bring the prices down or offer the shipping service or something like that. But you're right. It's so convenient. It's a little bit cheaper and it shows up at your door. But again, Amazon should not treat their workers this way.
Right.
It frustrates me.
There's lots of things that they are doing wrong. Also, if you're looking at the Amazon fulfillment program and all that stuff, there's lots of ways that you can actually work for Amazon in a ton different ways than, the thing to be, as a flex driver or whatever. There's many other ways of being an employee, not an employee, but working for as a gig worker for Amazon.
Yeah.
But a lot of them, Amazon kind of sets the rules, which is bad, right? Even if you list your products on Amazon, they have specific rules for that. They have specific, they make a lot more money than, for instance, eBay and that kind of stuff. It's a lot more difficult, and they get to set the rules for it. But I still wish that, as you said, brought up here, is that a lot of the local business owners here would kind of follow along a little bit and kind of look at it. And this whole story about how they have to charge 50% more for the product to make it, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know if I trust that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know either. Sam brought up a good point. Amazon had a chance to behave and chose not to. It's time for regulation. Well, that's why, the places that you don't see them beating down or trying to get a union, where the company treats their employees right. They're not. The reason they want to unionize because you treat them like dog shit and you work them to the bone,
right?
And it's just like, I don't understand that. I get it. You have to be efficient. I totally get it, but there's got to be another way to do it without, I mean, we had a quick story. We had a guy, and I don't know how this is true, but he was a helper. We had some bathroom remodeling done. He used to work for Amazon, the big warehouse out in Gaines, the big 1 million square feet one. They had 2 bathrooms in that entire place for the employees, one on one side and one on the other. And every time you went there, someone was using the bathroom.
Well, of course.
And I'm like, he walked 30,000 steps a day at work. And I'm like, this can't be happening. Like, who would even do this? And obviously he quit. He couldn't do it anymore. But 2 bathrooms obviously the higher ups had their own bathrooms, but 2 bathrooms for this 1 million square foot place.
But how does that even get approved?
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Because that's got to be against building code.
That's what he told me. Whatever, if that's true or not. But Amazon does some shady shit. If you ever Google Amazon videos, you can find people like recording videos of what's going on, like secretly, and you don't know who they are.
Right.
It ain't good.
No.
It ain't good. I don't know.
I mean, it just sounds weird to me. I know the company who did the building inspections on the new out there.
Amazon?
Yeah. And they are good people and they're a good company. I can't understand that's the case, because as Sam just said, that sounds totally like a building code violation.
It does, but it doesn't surprise me if it is true, because Amazon wants to make sure you stay working. But I would rather, I don't know, I would never work for Amazon ever. Thanks, Keith. Have a good night. All right, let's move on.
Yeah,
fuck Amazon.
But you're a Prime member though, right?
That's the thing. I have this
love-hate relationship.
I do. I hate that how they treat their employees, but it's just so convenient.
Right.
Like, they have the market. I don't even look anywhere else. If I need something, I go to Amazon. If I have an idea if a product even exists and I'm like, this would be cool, I go to Amazon and the freaking thing is there. Whatever I'm thinking of. So it's a love-hate relationship. All right. This picture's kind of funny. For our audio listeners, it's a tweet, and it's about maps, and it says, Apple Maps. Okay, I don't know what that word is.
Artisanal.
Artisanal
cartographers.
Hope you enjoy this pleasant journey. 28 minutes. Thank you. The Danish helped me out. The Denmark. Okay, so that
Denmarkian. The Dane.
That's Apple Maps. Google Maps. Our algorithm has determined an optimal path for the most efficient route given current traffic conditions. 25 minutes. Waze. Drive through this dude's living room. 17 minutes.
Oh yes.
That is so true. What do you use out there? I mean, even like in your regular life.
I haven't been out there in a year, man. What are you talking about?
I know, God. Why am I even trying to talk to you about driving? I haven't been using Waze as much anymore. I don't know. It's just
I've always used Google.
I always use Waze, but
Google.
Like at work, our tablets use Google and it works just fine. But
yep.
John says you keep talking trash about Amazon, you can sponsor them next week. Yeah, that's the deal. You pay us to talk about you. We talk shit about your name, and then that's the relationship. Just get with it.
And they get good results.
Yes, exactly. They keep coming back. All right. We don't have a tip tonight either, but whatever. Okay, DoorDash driver eats customer food after Karen refuses to come get it.
Now, I don't think the person being the food having delivered, I don't think her name is actually Karen.
I don't think
but
so
she
either.
is a Karen.
Did you watch this video?
I did.
Okay, good, because I have not watched it. So I don't know how long it is, but...
It is kind of crazy. Thank you, Dustin. It's another one of your videos.
3-minute video. Oof.
Hello.
Can you come and collect your food?
Yeah, but can you come and bring it up?
No, I can't. Can you come and collect it, please?
No, I need you to bring it up, please, because it's cold.
COVID guidelines. I can't come. COVID
So
guidelines.
DoorDash.
Yeah, but I'm cold, though. Everyone's been putting...
What?
It's a DoorDash.
How do you know it's DoorDash?
It's what it's called.
Oh, that's what it's titled.
But I don't think it's weird. I don't know.
What's weird about it?
Because they have he looks like he's wearing a uniform, right? And it's
a different country.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. So, yeah.
Although his backpack does kind of match his...
I know. That's one thing. Though. It all matches the same. And it's,
maybe it's not DoorDash, but...
Yeah, I don't know.
Up there. I'm cold. Everyone's been putting my food upstairs.
I don't care. I'm not everyone. I'm Deliveroo.
Oh,
yeah,
Deliveroo.
But from Deliveroo as well, darling. You're no different.
Can you see the badge? I'm professional.
You're no different, darling. I need my food upstairs, please.
Come on, get it. I'm not going up there. You think I'm walking on the stairs?
No, because I need my food upstairs. I ordered it. I'm not going up. I'm not going downstairs, darling. No, I'm not going downstairs.
Why do they still sound pleasant and polite with like darling, even though she's being kind of a bee?
Well,
no, but bring my food up. What's wrong with you, man?
Come on, collect it. You've got your
so Sam says he's in the wrong. He needs to bring it up.
All right, let's finish watching it and then we can talk about it. I disagree though.
Well, I don't think I don't know.
Yeah, but I told you that
I need to watch all
cold.
of it.
You are the delivery driver.
Can you just come and collect the food?
You are the delivery driver.
Just come and collect your food. I'm not coming there.
You are the delivery driver. Are you stupid? Yeah, go on. Go on, I'm recording. Go on, try to eat my food. Go on. Big man from Deliveroo. Yeah, go on, eat my food then. Stupid man. Yeah, go on.
You're not getting.
Yeah, eat that.
Oh,
yeah, I'm
he's
zooming on your
eating it.
face. Yeah.
Oh, no, he's throwing the food.
Wow. You motherfucker.
Okay.
I hope you get fired. Oh, yeah?
Yeah, very silly.
Wow.
So you can make me come upstairs. Are you normal? Are you a fool?
You're a fool. You dirty motherfucker. Get out of here.
Come upstairs. I thought you come downstairs.
I will come downstairs and beat your ass up.
You're talking too much.
I will come get you in a minute and beat you up for doing that.
It kind of feels fake.
Who are you anyway? Who do you think you are? It's your job. It's your job to bring food.
Well, you were a professional.
That's what you do, innit? No, you're not. You can't even do your job right. Throw my food in that.
Stop it now. Yeah. Right. So, I mean, I think if I go back to the beginning, what he's saying, one thing, he brings up COVID. Right?
Yeah.
And so I don't know if Deliveroo has a COVID special COVID rule that says
it might be a rule for them.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
And that's what and maybe she's used to having drivers who's just being nice and is not following the rule and bringing it up.
Yeah.
I don't know. But he's obviously both parties are doing a ton of things wrong, right?
Yeah.
He shouldn't eat the food.
Well, at the beginning, he was being like, ma'am, I'm not, I don't know if he said ma'am, but everyone sounded polite and all that. I don't know if it's the accent, but like he said, no, I can't bring it up, COVID-19. And then she wasn't going to, and then he got pissed. But it almost seemed fake. Like, why would he do that if he knew he was on camera? Again, the camera thing.
Right.
I don't know.
It's just weird. Now, and as Sam says, she was definitely being a bitch about it. Absolutely. And she should not have dealt with it that way. Right?
No, she shouldn't have.
No.
She should have just come down and got her food. Like, I look at it like this. She said she was cold. I mean, you're like, okay, but the time that you bitched about it, you could have gone down and got your food.
What I don't understand is if it is, let's say it's a local rule, right? And if he blames COVID, which means it must be contactless delivery. She's obviously living in an apartment, right?
Yeah.
So is he just supposed to leave the food down there in the parking lot and then wait for her to come get it? But it has to be contactless, though.
It doesn't have to be.
No, but that's why else would it be if it's a COVID restriction that he's claiming it is, then it should be contactless delivery.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Sam says she's like, if I ordered food to my door, then I expect it at your door. Well, you don't really order food to your door. You order it to your house. I don't know. So I will always deliver it to the door, even if it's an apartment. Like,
right.
I never ask people, to come down or anything.
Steve Delivers brought up a pretty interesting thought.
Mike
Delivers. Sorry, not Steve. Mike Delivers. And I liked what he said is when he likes delivering to hotels, because you get an opportunity to almost quote unquote look into people's bedrooms.
Yeah.
And so that's interesting, right? And I guess a reason to bring to their door.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's Sam says he could leave it at her apartment door. That's we don't know the whole situation, but it almost seems fake when he was eating the food. Like, you kept talking about being a professional driver, then you eat the food. So it makes me kind of think that.
But Sam, how is he supposed to leave it at the apartment door down there?
Well, I mean,
he's supposed to carry it up then to her, right?
See, there are times. So there's apartments around here called Ramblewood.
Right.
And some of the apartments, you go in, the main door's open, and then when you buzz, it's one of the doors to go in up top. Lots of times, I'll just leave it right there because I don't know which door is buzzing.
Sure.
Because you hit it's 6. Is that the middle door? Is that 1, 2, or 3? Those times I might leave it right there, and people don't have a problem with that.
Correct.
But I don't know. John says I only ask them to come down if I need a badge to access the place, like an office building. I mean, I typically go to the door.
Right.
Without, I get what Sam's saying. Like, I'm delivering to the door. I mean, I'm not
exactly, and that's what I think so too. He should have brought it up to the door, and she should have stayed inside her apartment.
Yeah,
and then contactless delivery that way.
I kind of feel like I want to look up that. I've heard of that. Was it Deliveroo, and see if they do have any policy on that. But
anyways,
okay.
They both definitely handled the situation wrong.
Yeah, Dave the Uber slave. Hey guys, I started working with this company called Tipped. Sponsored by App Jobs that's supposed to help gig workers. App Jobs is not affiliated with gig companies and wants to make things better. Interesting.
He doesn't have much info yet.
So
follow Dave the Uber slave if you want to know more about that, I guess.
Yep. He's always hustling.
Yep. Thanks for coming on, Dave.
Appreciate it. Speaking of hustling, we'd love you to support us on Patreon. Jesper and I recorded a Patreon episode tonight.
We did. Talking about the PPP.
Yeah, talking about the PPP.
Not in the bottle. You see what I did there?
Yeah, I like that. But you can support us on Patreon. You get an extra podcast a month. Usually it's an interview. This time it was Jesper and I bullshitting and then talking about the pandemic and then talking about PPP and then talking about masks and then vaccines and all that stuff. But anyone that joins new gets a free piece of merch. And you get an extra podcast a month. You get 1 minute of pre-show banter because I forgot to press record tonight before we started. So, yeah.
We're pros.
We're pros. We're professionals.
Hey, we got some really cool new...
yeah, well, that's from called? Hey Guys.
Well, I don't care, but we have some other ones for gig as well.
Yeah.
Some really cool new key rings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So, yeah, if you are interested, we would love the support. If you go to patreon.com and search the Gig Economy Podcast, you can sign up right there.
I love how I brought it up to the camera and the camera wasn't on.
Oh, you're right. It wasn't on.
Here it is.
Yeah,
key rings.
That's our production company key ring. All right. Okay, so this is interesting. I did actually read the article ahead of time, so...
You had an article you read?
Yes. This is actually from the Rideshare Guy, the OG. Why can't I drag this over? For frick's sakes. There we go. I need to read it. So Uber is making some big changes to drop-off and surge features. Now, basically, the quick summary is up. And this is looks like it's been in California for some drivers in California, but the surge pricing lock for some drivers throughout the United States. But in California, check this out. After 4 ride requests in 30 minutes, drivers in California will no longer be able to see the ride request drop-off information. So basically, you get the first 4 every 30 minutes. Like, it's not even like the first ride. You get the first 4 requests, and then it resets. Because they want you to take the crappy ones. So they want you to know where it is. Another feature Uber has released to more drivers, the ability to lock in surge. So I don't know. This is interesting in California.
Lock
like they
in
gave
surge.
Yeah. Let's see.
So how would you do that?
Hold on, let me scroll down on that one. It says, in addition to changes to drop-off location information, it looks like there is another new feature Uber is testing out. This change seems like a positive move for drivers. Uber is going to allow drivers lock-in surge pricing. If you see a surge zone that's hot and don't want it to disappear before you can get there, you can lock in the surge pricing you see and accept your next fare if it's within that zone to receive the price you locked in. So basically, you're racing to the surge zone. You can lock it in, but your next ride has to come from there. Otherwise, it doesn't really matter.
Right, and you also if it goes up, you also locked yours.
Yeah. It said to lock in surge pricing when you receive an offer, tap "Let's Go" on the offer, use the navigation to arrive at the surge area, complete the next trip you're offered. If you reject or cancel the next trip, go offline, change trip type, or set destination mode, you will still receive your standard fare, but will not receive the offered surge payment.
Right.
So,
they're constantly trying new things.
Yeah, Sam's throwing you under the bus, by the way.
Always.
In the comments. Yeah.
It's been 3 years, Tim. Okay, can you leave it alone? And I only got that ticket because I was trying to race back into the area.
Those were the days.
I know.
Dave said Lyft had lock-in surge, but that didn't work out. Yeah, it's not going to work out.
No.
It's kind of stupid. I'm just more interested as like all of a sudden they're pulling back the features in California. First they like gave them the world, and now they're like, oh, by the way, you get 4 every 30 minutes. After that, stupid.
Yeah.
It says clock starts when you go online and details reset every 30 minutes. When the 30-minute window resets, you'll once again see the additional information on your next 4 requests, regardless of whether you're offline or on a trip. All that time counts towards the 30-minute window. Wow.
So, Sam, I'd like to point out, let's talk about that a little bit, chasing the surge. That was back when it was possible to chase the surge.
Yeah, things have changed so much.
That was back when there was there was the multiplier.
Yeah, which randomly people will show. Like every day I see something on Reddit like, oh, we got the multiplier back. It's like for 10 minutes. And then like, how does this app keep going back and forth? It's the strangest thing.
No, you don't get that. People are just lying to you.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
No way. I think it's happened.
You think the multiplier is randomly turn it on and off?
I mean, it's happened in this market. I've seen people post it. I believe people in our market. Well, most people. But I mean, I think I see it happen so often that it's got to be true.
I don't know.
You're very skeptical.
I am, but that's because I haven't done it for over a year.
Sam says, who gets more than 4 requests in 30 minutes? I mean, pre-pandemic, I'd go through like 15 before I got one I liked. So, all right, you're up next.
I don't know.
Do you want me to just do it?
No,
you're the worst.
I'm here, but you're supposed to show the picture.
I will. You got to talk about it. Tim Burns. You trust him? Nah. F that guy. I hate that guy so much.
Oh, my gosh. Can we get over it? You need to,
No.
Jesus says you need to,
No. I love Jesus, but I do not like Tim Burns. No, you can't make me.
You have to forgive.
I do forgive him. I can still hate him.
Oh, okay. Are you going to show the photo?
Yes. What? Steve says they have the multiplier again in Colorado. Like regular? No way.
I'm moving to Colorado.
Well,
unless, of course, I don't get the proof back on the platform, then it doesn't matter.
Jesper wants to see your screenshot, Steve, and but he's still not going to believe you, even if you show a screenshot. All right. Here's
Sam,
the picture.
don't laugh at me. Yeah.
So Basically, it's like, what's the worst order you delivered? I did 1,500 pounds of dirt because I'm stupid. I mean, at least he called him stupid. Who would deliver?
But do you think this is real?
I don't know. The first comment says, I actually commend you for how nicely you stacked it up. I don't think it's real.
No.
First of all, if it's 1,500 pounds, you better have it in a truck. That's a lot of weight, even for my SUV to put it in the. I mean, that's super heavy.
That would not have fit back in my Mazda 3. I'm telling you that.
Well, you could fit it in there.
I
feel
think
like
it's a fake.
You think it is?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. This is the comments are like, no one's saying it's fake.
But they're saying, yes, it's fake.
No, they're not. Where are they saying that?
Both the Rideshare Rodeo and Sam says, yes, it's fake. They say yes.
Oh, yes. It's so hard to read comments and know what people are talking about.
I think it's fake.
Well, anyways.
I mean, he probably got that delivered, but not by a driver.
I don't know.
I mean, not by
well,
a
who would
driver.
even ever do that anyways?
Yeah. More importantly, why didn't he just get a load of dirt? Why get it in bags?
Well, there was some like regular dirt and like Miracle Grow stuff. There was a couple different brands.
Yeah,
in
that's
there.
true, I guess.
But
Sam does not think it's fake.
Yeah, see?
Don't call me an asshole, Sam.
Yeah, you said assholes. Like Jesper's the asshole, not me.
I think it's fake. I'm sorry. I thought you thought it was fake.
Yeah, just like Sam's boobs.
That got a little bit weird there fast.
Steve says it's been back since December. Interesting.
Wonder if that's how it is in Grand Rapids. I'm better get back.
No,
on the
it's definitely not. All right, moving on. I'm going to skim over this real quick. Blue Cross is and Lyft are teaming up for vaccine rides. We appreciate Lyft for doing that, and Uber. They're probably all doing that. And then this is interesting. So this one on here, this is actually from my local group. It says DoorDash Steal. Kenneth Jr. that works for DoorDash. I hope you enjoy the $175 worth of groceries for the week that my stepkids now won't get. Placed all the food on my porch, took a picture, and then took it. And my neighbor has it on camera. First of all, who is DoorDashing that much worth of food at? Like, because you can go to Meijer. DoorDash will go to Meijer, Walmart, but I only take them when they're like 3 items or 4 items. Who's doing $175 worth of groceries on Door? I mean, what was the payout on that? Probably not great.
Right.
But I posted the other.
Was it DoorDash? I think. I mean, I know he says that, but I don't know.
No, it says right there, DoorDash. It says Kenneth Jr. I actually went into all the groups, the local groups in DoorDash, and searched that name to see if it would pop up, to see if I could find him, but I didn't. But the other picture is just what's hilarious. The number one comment, or it's not number one, but the one on the picture. Can you reach his boss at DoorDash? Like, this guy is so old, he doesn't realize that like it's not like a regular company. It's like, can you reach his boss at DoorDash? But I mean, this is shitty. If that guy really did that, like.
Right.
I mean, again, cameras. This guy thought $175 worth of groceries was worth quitting DoorDash. I mean, I guess if you're done and you're never going to go back, whatever. But
remember that last time we did, there was a guy that did something and he was just done. He quit. He said he was going to quit at least. Delivering.
Yeah, it was snowy night.
Yeah. And if I'm not going to get a better tip or whatever, I'm just going to eat it and quit.
Yeah, he took the food back. And people are crazy. All right, last picture and then we'll wrap it up. This is kind of hilarious. Again, this is probably, Jesper probably says it's fake too, but.
No, I don't think it's fake. I think it's too much.
Well, yeah. So for the audio listeners, there's a guy with a mask on, and it's like he's not a mask, like an actual like gas mask with the piping going down, and then there's venting out the back window.
Right.
Why?
I don't know.
Like,
that's like COVID protecting his car to the extreme.
But it looks like the passenger has that mask on.
Right.
And the driver has just looked like an N95.
Yep.
But I mean, like, what? I feel like this isn't Uber related.
Well, I mean, the passenger he breathes in and what's it called? Breathes out.
Exhale.
Exhale.
Carbon dioxide.
Yeah. Well, no, from outside the car, right? he breathes in air from outside and lets it go out.
I don't know.
So he's not sharing the rest of the air in the car.
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, if I rolled up and saw that, I'd be like, yeah, I'm going to get the next Uber, man.
Yeah, I'll take the next one. Don't worry about it.
Well, guys, thanks so much.
Sorry.
Hold on. Steve said he didn't think it was fake. He was saying yes to the multiplier. So
I saw that. Everybody says I'm in the wrong. I'm in the wrong. Sorry.
Thank you. Because I mean,
still think it was fake.
On Reddit, they're gonna throw you if they think it's fake, they will tell you on Reddit. Like it's no holds bars. And
seriously, who orders how many bags of that on DoorDash?
Who orders $175 worth of groceries through DoorDash?
Well, I don't know. Maybe it was in a market where they didn't have shipped. Who knows?
I don't know. So, oh yeah, have a good night, Steve. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be on Steve's podcast in a couple weeks. Go Tigers! Opening day is tomorrow, I think. But anyways, guys, thanks so much for listening to the Gig Economy podcast. Here, I thought it was going to be a shorter episode. We're at 128. Jeez Louise, I talk way too much.
Yes, you do.
So yeah, we're looking for guest hosts. Actually, this is the first time Jesper and I have actually recorded without a host. It was supposed to be John and Aaron, but we talked about that earlier.
John
but
chickened out.
No. But if you are listening to this podcast, even the audio version, we would love to have you on. We can bring you in remotely. It's pretty sweet, the software that we have. So we'd love to interview someone else, or you can contribute to the show, or
prefer
anything.
that you have some kind of a connection to the gig economy video.
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, you probably don't want to be on the show if you're not a gig economist.
You never know.
You never know. I mean, we'll take strippers.
That's gig economy too, right?
It is. You're a 1099 employee. I'm sure every stripper claims her cash tip.
There's sometimes I know I've gotten strip money as a tip in the car.
Oh yeah, don't smell it because anyways. All right, guys, have a good night.
Thank you so much, guys.